Hello friends, my name is Kailash Sharma, and in this video we will learn how you can filter data in Power Query in Excel. So here we have some sample data where you can see sold on, customer details, the price, some text data and a number data. So we are using combination and to see what all options which are there to filter. So what we can do is we can go into data ribbon and click on this from table or range. If it is not a table, first it will convert this data into table and it should bring the query editor. So here you can see the query editor has been opened and you can see the data has also been loaded. So the first one, which is sold on, is a date type column. So when you click on this, you will see the options related to date time, where you can pick certain dates like this and click on OK, and you will be able to filter that data. As this is not what we wanted, let's click on this cross so that we can see the entire data again. Another options to filter is using these options, date time filters. So here, for example, you wanted to see the data before 1st of January. So click on this and is before, and then click on January 1st. So any sold data which is before 1st January you wanted to see. So when you click on this, you should see the data like this. Let's clear it again. For example, you wanted to see only this quarter's data. So for this, you can use this options, quarter, this quarter, or next quarter, or last quarter. So let's click on this quarter and you can see the data belongs to this quarter. And let's close it. There are few options further. For example, you can make use of between as well. So for example, you wanted to see only the data of let's say 6th of March till let's say 31st of March. So what you're selecting is after or equals to 6th of March and is before or equals to 31st of March. So that data should be visible like this. There is also an option called advance. So what you can do is you can go to any of the option like say equals, and there is an option called advance. When you click on it, you can also give multiple options. For example, let's say you wanted to see the data which is before 1st of January, that is condition number 1, plus you also wanted to see the data only for the car color as, for example, pink. So we will select pink here, and there is an AND clause we are giving, means both the condition should met and then only the record should be visible. So here you can see it has got the records like that. So this is about date. Now let's see how you can do it for text. So here this is one of the text column. So when you click on it, you will see different options. Obviously all the options which are there as per the data you will come here, but you can also select this text filters that will be applicable when you select any text data and you are trying to make a filter. So here, for example, you may want to make use of contain, and you can put some words, let's say Sophie. So any customer name contains Sophie should come up like this. Let's clean it up again. Here is the number column. So when you click on this, you will see further options related to number filters, equals to, not equals to, greater than or less than. Let's make use of, let's say, between. We will say any amount which is between 10,000 and which is 15,000. So we wanted to see like this. So when you click on it, you should see the data around it. And if you have very few options, then you can also make use of the options which comes here. So for example, in this particular column, we have very limited column, and you can make use of this also like this. So you can filter only specific colors. This works when you have limited number of options which are there. Same way like car make or model also you can do. Let's see one more column which is here. It was a percentage column as per our data, but what it has brought in is it has converted this as a decimal. So let's click on this and change it to what we were expecting, which was a percentage, and we'll click on replace. So here the data is now represented into percentage, and let's say we wanted to see the data 95% and above satisfaction score. So what you can click here. Again, it will be number filter and only, but let's say we'll say greater than or equal to. So we wanted to say 95%, because the number column we will put 95 into 0.95 value, that is a 95%. So we click on it and you see the data is here. There is also one more filtration you can do, which is using these options, keep row and remove rows. So we select this column and we'll click on keep rows, and there are few options. Let's say keep only top rows. So when you click on it, you should get an option that how many top rows you want. Let's say I just wanted top 10 rows. So it has filtered only top 10 rows like this. Again, you can click reset, and then let's see bottom also, or range also. Range means, let's say you wanted only 11th to 20th. In that case, you will say first row would be 11th, and you want after 11th you want 10 number of rows. Like that, you can give a range like this. Again, let's cross this. The same way you also get options for remove rows. You can remove top rows, between, bottom, like that. A few options are there, including there are duplicates also you can remove. For example, if we click on, let's say color, and we say remove duplicates, so it will remove many records. Like for example, you see now it has got only the unique values like this. Again, we click on cross. So like this you can use these options. There are options related to errors also. In case you have errors in your data, that also you can remove. So once your query is done, what you can do is, let's say I will just keep 10 records. We'll say top 10, and our query is done. So we will click on close and load. So once done, you will see the updated or filter data will be available into the new sheet, table 1 here, and the 10 records are coming. That's all in this video. Thank you very much for watching this.